Hello and welcome everyone to this week's Gold and Silver Club, presenting the Commodities Corner, presented by myself, Phil Carr and Nik Kalsi at the Gold and Silver Club. Today, during the live session, as always, we will be covering a review of the commodity markets this week. We'll be looking at our top trade of the week. We'll be covering live technical analysis and trading. We'll be identifying highly profitable trade setups. And we'll also be looking at the week ahead. So key events looking forward, the 6 major news announcements we need to look at for commodities as we move into this week. Now, already on the charts at the moment, I'm seeing several setups which are lining up. Very common for Fridays to see a lot of activity. We'll look at the technicals very shortly. Before I do so, just want to give you a quick update really on the major news announcements this week, which have caused big moves on the market. So gold price has hit a 2-week high this week following the FOMC minutes release. Gold price eased its 3-day rally on Friday following the release of Wednesday's minutes from the FOMC. The Federal Reserve Open Market Committee, the FOMC, released the minutes from the latest meeting, leaning towards a dovish side and revealed the Fed played down forecasts by some of its own policymakers that interest rates might rise faster than previously predicted. The Federal Reserve Board of Governors unanimously voted to scrap a threshold that would hike interest rates once the unemployment rate hit 6.5%. According to the minutes of the Fed's March policy meeting released on Wednesday, a sign that monetary authorities are growing concerned over inflation rates. Now, in the past, the Fed has indicated rates were set to rise when the unemployment rate hit 6.5%. Providing the figure accompanied a 2.5% inflation rate. The current unemployment rate stands at 6.7%, so it's not far from the previous threshold, though labour markets remain slack and inflation remains well below 2.5%. Now, the Federal Reserve, the decision to do away with its rate hike threshold left markets convinced that the interest rates will remain low for some time to come, even after the central bank winds down its monetary stimulus programs. So low borrowing costs weaken the dollar, thus making gold very attractive for hedging. We're actually seeing a continued move to the upside at the moment. We'll take a look at that very shortly, driving prices to a 2-week high to $1,325 an ounce on Thursday. So before we go into the technicals, I'm Phil Carr, professional trainer and speaker. I'm the co-founder and director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialize in teaching people how to make money from trading the most lucrative financial markets in the world. So gold, silver, oil, and the commodities. I've trained thousands of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio. Also responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies that have a proven track record of generating returns for traders, and also regularly contribute to a number of financial publications. I've spoken at numerous trading seminars, webinars, and workshops. Joining me in running the Gold and Silver Club is Nik Kalsi, professional trader, investment analyst, and speaker. Now, Nik began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading. Prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club, spent over 5 years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top-tier hedge funds and investment banks. And through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders, discovered the formula, mindset, and tools that can give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy. Also regularly writes for a number of global business and financial publications that we've appeared frequently on financial TV. That's a bit of background on the Gold and Silver Club. Let's just take a look at gold price at the moment. We're currently trading at $1,321 an ounce. We're just shy of a major resistance level. So really today is a bit of a decision point for gold, decision point on the US dollar index. We're seeing some interesting moves already on the oils at the moment, and also Australian US dollar, which we'll take a look at very shortly. The top trade of the week this week, using the Gold and Silver Club's signature trading strategies, has, of course, been the gold breakout that we've seen. This was a lovely breakout on the weekly setup, just very simply a rise price for the price to be higher midweek from a break of $1,306 an ounce, which was last week's high, and that has just delivered lovely. It's come all the way up to $1,324. this week. So we've had a really nice move there, just priced to be higher on gold. We'll take a look at the technicals now. We'll move over to my screens, and we'll see what setups are lining up at the moment. So the type of trade that we'll be looking at is the rise and fall type of trade on binary.com. So very simply, if you select rises, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly higher than the entry price. If you select falls, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the exit price. So it's very, very straightforward. Okay, so we'll go into some live technical analysis and trading. So what I need to do now is just switch my screens over for you. So bear with me whilst I do this. This is a major level of support. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces, 5 bounces, really going back to circa around mid-March here. So we are finding a little bit of support at the moment. We can see there's a bullish candle which is developing right now. So what you need to know with the US dollar index, if we continue to find support here at the 79.40 level, and we see the market, particularly if it can get above yesterday's high and certainly up to this Fibonacci here, which is the 79.69 level. If we can get a move up to these levels, these Fibonacci levels, that will be bearish for gold. Okay, so let me show you the two scenarios which I'm looking at today with this event area on the US dollar index. If the US dollar index breaks down today, it breaks below the 79.49 level, we will see gold go up, and it should break the 13.25 level, which gold is currently hovering at the moment. However, if we do find this green candle we're getting on the daily at the moment, if it comes up and shoots up and we see a little bit of a surge, bit of support here on gold as we saw previously around this level, we've got a big level of support going back to mid-March. If we do that and we see the US dollar come up, that will be bearish for gold, and we will see gold sell off. Okay, so it's very good inverse correlator here that we can use the US dollar index for. So with that, let me move over to the gold market. So gold currently, we have a really nice rally here. We do, in fact, on gold at the moment, we do have a V-shaped reversal pattern. So I am looking for a potential breakout here at the moment. So you can just take a look at this. So basically, this is the V here. You can see this is where we're looking to break out from the neckline. We did break out a little bit earlier on this week. We've, of course, come up to the 13.25 level. We're back above the 50-day moving average. And we're looking really for the next move. We want to see a nice break above 13.24. So the major area for us to get above is just here, this little space here, 13.24 and 13.25. Now, psychologically, we need to get above 13.25, and there's not really any major resistance here until we get to around 13.35 just above. So we're looking for about a 100-point move higher. Okay, so if we do see, let me just reduce that a little bit. If we do see a break above 13.25, that is a key level that we need to take note of this week. And especially, it may not happen today. We'll see what the volatility is like. It might happen as we go into next week. That is the major level we need to break at the moment. 13.25, we'll be looking to just put a very simple trade on for the price to be higher and look for a breakout of that. Now, if today we can't really find any sort of a breakout at that level, if we see a reversal of the market from that 13.25 level, we have a failed break of that level, what we could see is reversal back to 13.11 here and potentially just come back to 13.06, and we may be headed lower if the US dollar index finds support here and we could see a move lower here. Those are the two scenarios I'm looking at. I would be more on the bullish side at the moment. We seem to be doing pretty well in terms of getting above some major levels. The moving averages are signifying a buy at the moment. We're just waiting for confirmation and breakout above 13.25. So that's what you want to look at on gold at the moment. It's not quite ready yet. It will be ready once it breaks above 13.24 and 13.25. Silver, Actually, let me take you over to copper. I do like this copper trade. We've been discussing this for quite a while. The copper trade that we've been seeing, just as it's grinding out, forming a bottom. We did break the high of this V-shaped reversal pattern as well. We've slowly, every pullback that we're getting at the moment on the copper market is being treated very much as a buy signal currently. We can see as the market just continues to grind to the upside here, that each time the copper market pulls back, it is in fact finding support. We are seeming to work our way out of a bottom here in the copper market. I am looking for higher prices here on copper as well. You can also trade that correlation through the silver market. Silver is also grinding up to get a bit of a pullback midweek. However, we then managed to come and form, just stay within this upward trending channel. And also, we've got a little bit of a doji forming at the moment, but we're continuing to close just above some key moving averages here. So I am looking at higher prices here for silver as well in the short term. So that's what we're looking at on gold, silver, copper. We might have a trade that we can take on copper. We're getting above. There's a key setup here that the market is just starting to break above today. So I think we might have a live trade we can take on copper. I want to take a look at the energies for you as well, and also take a look at wheat. Wheat's looking very interesting, in fact, today. In fact, we may need to get into this quite soon on wheat. So I'm going to actually have a look at this right now. The wheat market. Yeah, we can see at the moment on the wheat market that we have, if you go onto the weekly time frame, we've had a really nice sell short opportunity from really the break of 1688 here. We're continuing to break down lower here on wheat. We're getting a really nice pullback. We've also, yesterday, we broke through the previous day's low. We've broken through some major support. And if we put it into the 4-hour time frame, we can see wheat is looking pretty bearish here. In fact, if we even break it down into the 1-hour time frame for you, we can also see we've got some resistance here on wheat all around sort of circa the 1664 level. We are starting to break down here on wheat. What I would be expecting to see, and we can have a look at this via the sectors. What I'll be looking to see now is just a further move lower, just to come down over the course of today, over the course of this afternoon. I think next week might be due more selling pressure, but I'll just be looking for a candle like this to occur on wheat today. Just come down. That's what I would be expecting the market to do further today. Just come down, break a little bit lower than where we are at the moment, and possibly take out this low, okay, from yesterday. And then that will also trigger a weekly sell short as well. So I do really like the trade setup that we've got here on wheat currently. So I'm going to take that trade. I'm just going to go to, very simply, sectors. And we go to the wheat index. Market, in fact, it's just come down a little bit more whilst we've been talking on this webinar here. So it's just coming down at the moment. As I said, I'm just looking for this market here just to drop down ever so slightly lower. Just needs to be 1 point lower here and we win the trade. I'm expecting it to come down further today. Look at the 4-hour time frame, inverse hammer, inverse hammer, inverse hammer. You can see similar situation here, breakdown. We're getting consolidation, breakdown. So I'm looking to take that on wheat at the moment, get best price. 81% payout, that's absolutely fine. 11:55 start times. I will execute that trade. Okay, perfect. So that's been done. So wheat, definitely one of the top trades I'm seeing at the moment. So we got in here just 60, 16, 65 thereabouts. So just put a little line there just to indicate where we got in. Let's just make that a little bit thinner so you can see it more clearly. There we go. There's our entry line, 16, 60, 76. So we just need the price to finish 1 pip lower for us to win that entire trade over the next 4 hours. Just needs to close lower than the current price. Okay, other markets which are worth looking at. Let's have a look at the energies. We had a really nice breakout yesterday on natural gas, on the natural gas storage inventories. We've got above the 50-day moving average. We've been waiting for this move for quite a long time. Natural gas just been channeling between some major support and resistance. The weekly setup was the best setup here. In fact, we got a really nice weekly hammer which triggered long this week, and we can see the market is just grinding upwards. We're back above the 50 MA now. The next major resistance here to get above is going to be 4.739, that Fibonacci level just above. On the 4 hour, we're just getting a little bit of consolidation right now. We can see we're probably going to consolidate before the next breakout higher here. So I'll be monitoring that. I'm looking very much for a break just above here, of a break above 4.073 and 4.739. Let me just show you that. You can see exactly what I'm looking at. So this is a natural gas market, which of course you can trade via the sectors as well. So here what I'm looking for is just a break above really this key level, 4.703. Ideally a break above just 4.723 higher here. So I'm looking for a breakout, and then in order to get into this trade. So I'll be looking for a move similar to this. Market just to come up, get above here, get above the 4.723, and then I'll be looking to get into this trade. Okay, so that sort of a candle is what I'll be looking for, and then enter into the trade. That's what we're waiting for on natural gas at the moment. It's not quite ready yet. Moving over to WTI and Brent, I do like Brent at the moment. Brent's really tends to move extremely well with major trend lines. Let me just show you an example. So if I just zoom out a little bit here, we can see we had a nice trend line on Brent going all the way back to beginning of March. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bounces, and it came all the way down and bounced off that to bottom out at the beginning of April. Now we've got a new trend line forming. If I just shift this to the left, you can see where this new trend line is forming. So as we go up, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, and then you just connect the dots here. We can see the next bounce is where the price is right now, off of Fibonacci level, off a key moving average. So I really like Brent for a buy right now. It's looking pretty good. Just drop it down into the 4 hour. You can see the little hammer produced right on that trend line, right above Fibonacci level. So we've got a bit of a better price at the moment as well. So I'll be taking that trade on Brent crude oil. You don't need to trade that one through the sectors. You can just trade that through commodities. So I'm just going to go on to rise, fall, commodities. Going to go to oil USD. Start time now. We can do that in days or hours. Actually, I'm going to go out ever so slightly to 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock BST. And look at that trade. Just want to be in and out by the end of today. You want to just take advantage of the momentum here. 4 hours. Let's see if we can get to 5 hours. I think it's just 4 hours though. And we can get up to 5 hours. See how far we can get out. 6 hours. Okay, so we can get up to 6 hours ahead. So I'll go for 6 hours. So very simply, I just want the market price to be higher than 10726 here. That's what all I need the market to do here. Get above 10726, close above that today, and I'll win this trade. So get best price, nice payout here, 91% payout, 2,604. I get a $5,000 payout for 2,624 deposit on that. 91% return. So 10728. Let's just double check the price again. Yeah, 107.228. The market has moved up a little bit, so I'm going to get into this trade 107.29. Get into it now before I don't want to waste too much time. Get best price. Okay, let me just flip it across to gold and bring it back to oil just to update the server. Okay, let me have a look at the, let's just see if we can trade this via the sectors as well. So if we go to the sector, I'm just going to go into the crude oil index, which will give me exposure to crude oil. Whilst we wait for that to load, just going to quickly check WTI as well, because what we can do is get it direct exposure to both Brent crude oil and WTI crude oil. You can see WTI, the light sweet crude oil, is also following a very nice upward trending channel here at the moment. We had a really nice trade set up midweek on this, which we took advantage of. A really nice breakout. Came and found resistance around this key Fibonacci level above, around the 103.55 level. Formed a doji yesterday. You can see actually on the 4 hour time frame, we're getting a little bit of support here. Consolidation around that level. Just put it onto the 1 hour as well. And we can see here, starting to get a little bit of a lift here on WTI as well. So I would be happy to place the trade just based on the crude index in general, as I'm expecting a little bit of a Friday rally here on both WTI and Brent. Okay, so it's updated here. Okay, so I've got my 91% payout. So we're back to oil. So all start time 12 o'clock. Get this price 6 hours ahead, 107.29. I'm going to hang about too long. I'm going to take that trade. Okay, perfect. That's been done. So I'm in long Brent. So I got in, it's roughly around 107.28, I think was that entry price. Okay, good. Those are the top trades I'm seeing at the moment. So let's crack on and have a look at some other setups which we're seeing at the moment. Okay, a nice correlator with the gold market has been Australian US dollar. Australian US dollar, actually, we've produced a big inverse hammer on the daily here. What I'd like to see, if I do see a pullback here, is the market just come back down and really kiss the 0.93374 level, which would be about 34 points lower here. I'm just going to go out to the 4-hour time frame. You can see nice inverse hammer again on the 4-hour, representing possible pullback here. Again, I'm not looking for a complete market correction here. I'm just looking for a bounce. Only needs to finish a few pips lower. I'm looking for a bounce down to about 23 pips lower to this pivot. Will come back down to the Fibonacci level of 0.93374. So that's where I'd like to see the market come down to. I'm looking weak at the moment on Australian US dollar in the short term. You see a nice little sell which you've got at the moment. So I'm going to take that for a sell short on Australian US dollar as well. It's a clearer signal than we've got on gold at the moment. Okay, so very simply, I am going to, let's just bring this up for you. I'm just going to go to Forex and Australian US dollar. Get the best price on this as well. Sell short, beautiful. 96% payout on that. Again, it only needs to finish 1 pip lower. I might go out a little bit further right until the end of the day here. See how many hours I can go out. Yeah, that's fine. 8 hours, just the price will be low, 0.9393. 0.93, yeah, that's pretty much spot on. So this is where I'm looking for the price to be lower than. Let's just check this out again on the 4-hour. There we go. I just need the price to come down 1 pip lower. It's retracing a little bit, so I'm going to get into that now whilst I've got a better price. Okay, you can also have a look at the charts, although if you don't have access to the sort of charts I've got here, you can see the new advanced charts on binary.com are perfect as well. You can see the, you can put it into different time frames here, the 10-minute, the 1 hour, the 4, the 1 hour, the 6 hour. You'll probably want it to be in roughly the 6-hour time frame for your trades. You can see this little downtrend which we've had on Australian US dollar. So I'm going to come back to that. So I'm just going to check my charts again here. Yeah, so it's coming down a little bit lower than my entry price. So I won't hang about too long. I want to take this trade before it changes price. So just below 0.9393, 86% payout. $2,681.95 is the deposit for $5,000 payout. Just purchase that. Okay, perfect. That's been done. Good. So that's our price that we just got into. So circa 0.93933 is where we got in. So we'll be in profit. Just need the market to close below that level for us to win the trade. Okay, let me just do a quick run through here. So we're seeing actually gold getting a little bit of a sell-off at the moment. We can see a bit of an inverse hammer. So again, if it can't clear above 1324 and 1325 level, I would expect a potential rotation back towards about 1314 here and see really where the market closes today on gold. That's where I could potentially see the market coming down to. If the US dollar index, you can see it's getting a bit of strength here at that key level of support. A lot of traders will probably be noticing that. And also, I do think we've got, let's go back, we might need to go a little bit further back here. Yeah, this has been major support level before as well. Going back to January 2013, you can see October 2012. This is an important level for the US dollar to hold. So if it holds, remember, if it holds and goes up as it's doing Australian US dollar will sell off. Gold will sell off. If this rallies, particularly if it gets above yesterday's high, if the US dollar index gets above 79.63, we will see Australian US dollar sell off further. We will also see gold sell off further. So here's our Australian US dollar. Can you see we're in profit already? This is where I got in 0.93933. Already that trade is in profit. Okay, Australian US dollar is breaking down. Look at the 4 hours looking bearish, nice inverse hammer. It's where we got in, just above here. So it's looking good on Australian US dollar. So just look at that. US dollar index will rally. Australian US dollar will indeed sell off. Okay, let me just check out coffee as well. Just see if there's any setups on coffee. Now, really what I'm looking for now with the coffee, and you can trade this through the indexes as well, the sectors, sorry, the coffee index. I'm looking really for a breakout now on coffee to get back above the 210 level. So really for a breakout, I need it to get above this level, 210. That's what I'm waiting for on the coffee market at the moment before there's a bit of resistance here before I take the next trade, looking for a breakout. So that probably will come next week now if we are going to get a breakout. May not be today. So you can see gold pulling back a little bit here as the US dollar index gaining. Check this. Yeah, I got in at 107.26 thereabouts. We're at 107.30, so I'm expecting a move higher on this today. There you go. Starting to get a bit of a move higher on Brent. I do like that. It's one of my top trades today. Australian US dollar sell, Brent long, wheat short. Yeah, that's probably the top three actually today, which I'll stick to for the time being. I do like that Brent long. It's looking good. See if we get a Friday rally. There you go. US dollar index putting a bit of strength in here. Okay, good. For those of you as well who'd like to find out more about how to trade the wheat market, we will be doing a very special webinar this month, how to trade wheat on binary.com. So I'll be talking through this market. It's a very day tradable market, wheat. It's certainly one which you want to have on your radar. You want to be able to trade just via, it's very simple to trade it via the indexes on binary.com, on the sectors and the wheat index. So I will be talking you through that. I'll give you some details on that. I'm just going to go on to the major announcements that we need to watch as we go into next week. Excellent. Okay, so that will be on the 23rd of April at 7 o'clock London time, 6 p.m. GMT. So if you're interested in trading the wheat market, make sure you join us for that webinar. Just drop the link in here for you all. That's how you register for it. Make sure if you're interested in trading wheat, you join us for that very lucrative market. Do make sure if it's your first time joining us today, well done. You know, well done to everybody really for being on today's webinar, taking half an hour out of your day to learn a bit more about the commodities markets. You're taking action to improve your trading. So make sure you get this bonus code. If you haven't got it already, you get $20, £20 trading credit for your binary.com trading account. Okay, use bonus code 11121F20. Go to binary.com, select sign up, open real money account, enter bonus code 11121F20. 21F20, and you will get £20 or $20 trading credit to your Barney.com account. Okay, excellent. So let's look at the major news announcements as we move into the following week. So the major 6 announcements you want to look at, I'll breeze through them quickly and I'll go through them in detail. We've got US core retail sales, US core CPI, US Empire State Manufacturing Index. We've got US crude oil inventories, US Philadelphia Federal Reserve Manufacturing Index, and the US natural gas storage. Those are the 6 most important news announcements we've got over this week. Good to see one of our traders on here, by the way. Hi there, Taka. Good to see you on here. So going into next week, we've got Monday, the 14th of April. We've got 1:30 p.m. GMT and 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We have the US core retail sales. So the core retail sales measures the change in the total value of sales at the retail level in the US, excluding automobiles. So it's an important indicator of consumer spending and a pace indicator for the US economy. So a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish for the US dollar. Next Tuesday, the 15th of April, 1:30 p.m. GMT, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have US core CPI. The core consumer price index, CPI, measures the change in the price of goods and services, excluding food and energy. So the CPI measures price change from the perspective of the consumer. Key way to measure changes in purchasing trends and inflation, and a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. So we'll have that inverse relationship to gold, as I showed you earlier with the US dollar index. Next Tuesday, the 15th of April, 1:30 p.m. GMT, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we've got the US Empire State Manufacturing Index. That index rates the relative level of general business conditions in New York State. A level above 0.0 indicates improving conditions, below indicates worsening conditions. So that will also inversely affect gold, the gold market, inversely to the US dollar index. Now, for your energy trades, we're looking for a long on Brent today, but on Wednesdays is a great opportunity to trade oil. We've got the oil inventories at 3:30 p.m. GMT, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. That data reports the number of barrels of crude oil commercial firms have in inventory. Commercial firms report those inventory levels to the Energy Information Administration on a weekly basis. So basically, if there's a surplus of oil, the bigger the difference in what they predicted from what actually comes out, the better the trade. If it's very close, it's not as good. But if they've predicted, let's say they predicted 1 million barrels of crude oil in stock, and there's a huge surplus of that, let's say 7 or 8 million barrels, then what we'll see is a huge move lower for the oil market. So and vice versa. So it's very tradable. The bigger the number is away from what they predicted, same with non-farm payroll, the better the move that we'll get, and the easier it is to trade it. Next Thursday, 17th of April, 3 p.m. GMT, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the US Philadelphia Federal Reserve Manufacturing Index. So the Philly Fed Reserve Manufacturing Index, that definitely moves gold and silver a lot, and the US dollar index. Basically, a rate above 0 indicates improving conditions, below indicates worsening conditions. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar. A lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. And next Thursday, 17th of April, 3:30 p.m. GMT, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the US natural gas storage. So that is from the Energy Information Administration, the EIA. Natural gas storage report measures the change in the number of cubic feet of natural gas held in underground storage during the past week. Whilst that is a US indicator, it tends to have a greater impact on the CAD due to Canada's sizable energy sector. And that's important because the CAD is correlated to oil price. Okay, so those are the major news announcements we need to take care of, take note of over the next week. Natural gas, again, yesterday, very tradable. We've got immediate breakout from the natural gas inventories yesterday, so that's very tradable for you too. Okay, a few questions coming through about the bonus. Okay, I'll bring it back up for you guys. Yeah, do note it down. Obviously, if you've got friends or family who are interested in getting involved in trading commodities or in trading on this sort of a platform, which is very lucrative, that bonus code will apply. I can see Rotamar, thanks for the webinar. You have a real account already. Can you benefit from the £20 bonus? If you've never received that bonus before, it doesn't sound like you have, Rotamy. Yes, by all means, I believe that Barney.com will automatically tag you if you've been on the webinar today to this bonus. But if you don't get it, make sure you use that code and that's how you would actually get the £20 or $20 trading credit. Same question from Olakunle. Can you still take advantage? Yes, you can. If you've got an account already, and it's your first time on today's webinar, and you've not received the bonus before, yes, by all means, you will get that tagged to your account. Excellent. And I do want to mention as well, the big welcome also to Peter Craggs. It was Peter's birthday yesterday. Great to see you on board. Peter Craggs from Barney.com recently joined us for our exclusive Gold and Silver Club live trading program. It's doing very well this week. Been a nice profitable week. So Peter, just want to say happy birthday to you for yesterday. Bogner, what are the conditions for the bonus? There's no conditions for the bonus. You've taken half an hour out of your day to be on today's webinar to learn a little bit more about your trading today and to improve your trading education. Not everybody will do that. So this is a bonus for you being on today's webinar. So your action is rewarded. Yeah, okay, fantastic. Right, so if you want to find out more about our live trading room, if you want to join us for the live trading room that we host during the week at the Gold and Silver Club, find out how to join our exclusive community of international traders, and also find more about upcoming Gold and Silver Club workshops, which we have. You certainly do get in touch with us. You can get in touch with us. We've got a new international office in Budapest now as well. You can get in touch with us either at Budapest, Johannesburg, New York, or London. All the numbers on the screen there, so do get in touch with wherever you may be in the world, or just email us at office@thegoldensilverclub.com, and you can also just get the link there, just www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com, and you can request information there. Going back to Bonga, your question, yes, it is the bonus, Bonga. It is real money. Yes, it's real money that will be credited to your account. Okay, I think I've answered all those questions on the bonus. Yeah, fantastic. I'm sure the Barney.com, Sharice and the team will be in touch with you guys, everybody who's just got in touch about that. Yeah, no problem, Bonga. Excellent. And make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. So that is at thegoldensilverclub.com. Just go on there. You'll receive free weekly gold, silver, oil, very in-depth news as well. You'll get that on the energies, you'll get that on the metals, and you'll get that also on the soft, so the agriculture. So you'll get all the key news that you need to look at for the week ahead. We'll be doing analysis for the week ahead as well. So make sure you subscribe to that and take advantage. And again, I'll just drop it in one more time for you all. Here is the link. Next Friday is Good Friday. So trading volumes are going to be really low next Friday. There will still be a few trading opportunities, but not nearly as much as you would normally get. So we'll see you on we'll see you the following Friday. But before then, join us for the week's webinar. So I've just posted that on the link in there, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, guys. Okay. So have a fantastic weekend. Have a great Easter, and we'll catch you on the next one. Good luck and good trading, guys. And thanks to Sharice and Barney.com and the team for putting on today's webinar. Excellent. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, just the last couple of questions that have come in there regarding the bonus. The Barney.com team will be in touch with you guys, okay? Don't worry about it. They'll be in touch. Okay. Take care, everybody. See you later. See you on the next one. Have a great weekend. Cheers. Bye-bye.